Okay, so me not answering the phone, it stopped my video. So I had to start over. I'm not starting over. This is number 2. I will upload this after I upload the first one. I swear I have such difficulties with this stuff. But anyways, you know, my husband comes back there and he's like, we've been so worried. He said, it's been 12 hours since they took you to surgery. I was like, what? Well, then I realized, before they even took me to my room, okay, remember my left shoulder is dislocated. My right shoulder, not my right shoulder, my right arm, they have a blood pressure cuff on it and an IV. That's a no-no. Okay, so the IV is infiltrated. So once again, I'm complaining. They kept saying, oh, it's fine. No, it's not. I work in the medical field. I know it's not fine. It's infiltrated, and I can't even see my hand. My hand was so swollen. Everything was swollen from the IV. So they never did anything about it. So I'll tell you what I did about that in a minute. They get me to my room, and I'm still complaining about my shoulder hurting. I'm still complaining about the IV being infiltrated. And then it comes time for my pills, and nobody comes in. Finally, that later that evening, nobody comes in to clean me up. Nobody comes in for anything. A nurse comes in, and she came in to check, you know, the blood pressure and write everything down. And I said something to her about my meds, and she said, well, we ordered your meds and they haven't come yet. So then I didn't see anybody after that. Next morning, a nurse comes in at change of shift, and I'm like, you know, what's going on? I need my meds. Then she comes in and she tells me they didn't order them. I'm like, wait a minute. I talked to a nurse this morning and she said they ordered them, but they haven't come yet. I said, you make medication here. I know that because my daughter, I know that now because my daughter worked there for quite a while. But I knew that because there's a pharmacy, right? And it's a Cleveland Clinic pharmacy. And I worked in the medical field. I know what a lot of these big-time pharmacies make their own meds. They save money that way. So, anyways, still no meds. After 3 days, you guys, my whole body's swollen. And I have no meds. Mind you, I took 60-some pills a day. So obviously, there was much needed medication in there because my blood pressure was sky high. I could see it on the monitor. And nobody came in to check. Nobody gave a hoot. You know, just that shift change, that was it. No aide came in to clean me up, nothing. So finally, I took my IV out. I took the blood pressure cuff off. I got that damn phone. And I called my husband and I said, come get me. He said, what? They're letting you go? I said, no, I'm letting me go. I said, and they probably won't even notice. So, after getting myself all unhooked, I went out to the nurse's station. And not my proudest moment, but I cussed them women up one side and down the other. And I told them this is a Cleveland Clinic and I expected better. And I have never been treated like this in any hospital whatsoever. And I cannot believe. And they said, well, we're understaffed. I'm sorry you're understaffed. Everybody's understaffed. So what you do is you don't schedule all these surgeries at the same time. You know, you don't schedule surgeries that you can't handle. You know what I mean? And always keep in mind, SHIT happens. So you're going to end up with some emergencies here and there as well. So you got emergency surgeries and stuff. So you don't take on more than you can handle, especially when it comes for taking care of people. I mean, hello. But yeah, that was horrible. Okay, I'm going to use this, it's called sea salt. This sea salt right here. Figured it would look a little pretty with that eyeliner. And I can feel there's some fallout there. But that's because it's really, really buttery. It's real soft. This is that Trend Beauty Tropical Vibes palette. I had gotten one for my granddaughter and loved it, so I got one for me too. I love these colors, and I think, you know, in the summer when she's tan and everything, these would look so gorgeous on her. Like, absolutely gorgeous. Let me grab a tissue and clean my finger off, because I'll definitely get it on me. And let's see about this fallout. Okay, good. All right, the Mo Beauty Set It Up Setting Spray. I like it. It is 62 degrees. For me, that's pretty warm. So, I need setting spray today since I'm going shopping too. I'm hoping one of my granddaughters joins us, because like my granddaughter Rochelle, she would always come, and man, was she a huge helper. It cuts the shopping time in half. And then I'm not having to wait and ask an associate, will you help me? They took out all the benches too. And I'm like, what do they expect people to do if, you know, like it's an elderly person or a disabled person or somebody with back problems like me, MS like me? I mean, what about that? You know, what do you expect people to do? I guess they could care less. I have complained about it to them. And I've called the 1-800 Walmart and complained. And, of course, that's not going to do it. Let's put some Hip Dot up here. Which isn't quite working because... there it is. But yeah, like my ex-husband, when we were married and I'd go shopping, a lot of times that's what he did. After a little bit, he'd go sit on the bench, which I was glad, because he would put a ton of, you know, expensive porterhouse steaks and stuff like that in the cart. And then when we get up there to pay for it, he'd complain, why is this bill so high? Are you kidding me? I cut our grocery bill in half when you don't come with me. That's why it's so high, because you're here. Yeah, he'd fill that cart with everything expensive that you could think of. And then complain. Like, hello. That's a man. Got my coffee this morning. Mascara. Anastasia Beverly Hills and Maybelline Express the Rocket. We're going to do Beverly Hills first. I'm going to turn this little fan off. Now it's 62. See, I think it's supposed to get up to 65 today. But you know, I'm in Ohio. It could be 72 right now and snow tonight. It snowed the other day. It was in the 60s the next day. And I'm like, and me and my sister, we'll go back and forth with the weather. And, you know, we both come to the agreement that, I mean, number one, our weather, like, she lives not too far from me, and her weather is usually different than mine. And then whatever we have for that day, when we look at it a little bit later for the rest of the week, and it's changed. Look at it that night, and it's all changed again. So it's like, if you live in Ohio, there's no sense of paying attention to what the Weather Channel says or what the, you know, meteorologist says, because you're going to get what you get. And it's always changing. But I think this year was the worst year. We barely had a winter. When it did snow, it hit us like Antarctica. It was bad. And then it was in the 40s, you know, and no snow. Most of our winter was no snow. And we live in the snow belt. Usually here in Ohio, not only do we have a full winter full of snow, a lot of times it's pretty bad. People down south wouldn't survive here. Absolutely not. If they're even forecasting snow, they shut down schools, businesses, factories, you name it, it's all shutting down. Like it's the apocalypse. They hit the store, they clear out all the bread, milk, and beer. Yeah, beer. I know, because I lived there for a little bit, and I didn't like it. I was in North Carolina, and I was homesick. So I told my husband, who loved it there and didn't want to leave, stay. Go live with my mom and dad. I'm going home. I'm taking my children, and I'm going home. He goes, I don't want to go back. No, I'm going back. And I did. And he came with me. My wife ain't going nowhere without me. Okay, that's fine. Just so you know, I'm going. Me and my grandmother already had paid for a moving truck and everything before he agreed to come, because I said, I'm going. I don't care what you say. Me and the kids are going. But I hated it. I loved being closer to my mom. But it just wasn't me. But I love country. I mean, right now I live in the country, but there are businesses around me, but they're small, privately owned businesses. They're not, you know, like chain businesses. There's a little pizza shop, 2 bars, a little mini mart, but it's like mini mart. It should be called microscopic mart. And there's a post office, but they don't deliver mail. And I think there's a wood cutting place over there. And there's a little privately owned pizza place also. But down the road quite a ways, there is a UPS. But all around me is vineyards, farms, you know, crops, stuff like that. And I love it. My grandson, Micah, when he comes here, he says, man, it stinks outside. No, honey, that's fresh air. You live in the city, and it smells like the city. And it smells different between the two of us. I mean, what he smells, what I smell when I go in the city is not what I smell when I'm home. It is fresh air. And besides, there's no crime here. I mean, there is, I'm sure. I mean, but the worst I've seen is a horse run away. They put it to bed, blanket and all, but didn't shut the gate. So the horse ran away. And then a chicken. That's the crime I've experienced here. And that's it. And I love it. I wanted to keep that chicken. If I wasn't in the condition I'm in, I would have a nice big garden and I'd have chickens. Absolutely, 100%, no doubt. Or if I had somebody living with me, I'd have a garden and chickens. Somebody who could not only help me, but make sure when I get out there, I can get back in. That I don't croak in the middle of the garden. You know? Or that when I get down there on my knees, weeding everything out and picking vegetables and stuff, make sure I can get back up. But I've been doing a lot better because I've been doing my exercising and my physical therapy every single day. So my legs have gotten a little stronger. I don't know if I'll ever be able to fully tackle my stairs with ease. I think it's always going to be hard. And I think that, I mean, because I have daughters who work out every day and are physically fit and everything, and they have a hard time on them stairs. Everybody does. The people who come deliver complain about it. I got male people that don't want to come up here to deliver and leave my packages here and there and everywhere, knowing darn well they're supposed to bring it up here to me. And then I got to call and complain, and I sound like an old biddy complaining all the time. And I hate it. But it's like, there's even signs that tell you to bring the packages upstairs, so my regular FedEx carrier brings my packages up to my door. FedEx Express, they will throw them downstairs by the garage and run. I caught him. He ran. I saw him on the camera, so I got up. Pshoo! I ran. I got out on my deck and I started screaming and hollering, "Hey, FedEx!" And so he turned around because he parked at the road too. And I don't think he wanted me to see his truck. And he came back and I said, "You know you're supposed to bring the packages up here to me." And he started laughing. He said, "My bad. You knew. You just didn't want to tackle them stairs." But he looked like he wasn't even out of high school yet. He probably played football or something and was physically fit as can be. But he didn't want to bring them up. I understand that. But that's your job. You know what I mean? I am never satisfied with my lashes. You guys know that. But anyways, yeah, so I'm waiting on my IPSY. And I'm hoping everything with surgery goes well tomorrow morning. And I will feel fine between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to make a video. And I'll see if Reynaldo wants to make it with me. Sometimes he'll say yes, and then he'll turn around and say no. And he'll say, "Let's just play Roblox," you know, or something like that, which I understand. We only have a few days together, so it is what it is. He doesn't want to share me. Got my hair tangled up. I might have to take the flat iron to it today. I just watched it. Humble fella, I'm sorry. But I washed it and I was in a hurry because I had so much stuff to do yesterday, as I do today too, so that when I come home from surgery, I am not going to have to do these things for a few days. You know, I'm going to have time to recuperate and everything not be piled up waiting on me. Today I cleaned the cat box real good, and, you know, the cat's automatic feeder is filled to the top, and I mean, I'm sure other things will need done regardless. I vacuumed. I might vacuum again tonight just to make sure, because my cats have no problem putting hair everywhere like me. You know what I mean? I do too. My hair falls and I'll see it on the floor or something. You can't miss it. It's white and it's on a brown rug. So I'm cleaning up hair all the time. But my hair is never thinned out. It stays thick. It grows like crazy. I have daughters who have always had long hair and have never cut their hair. And my hair is longer than theirs. I didn't start letting my hair grow till like 2012, maybe. I'd have to ask my kids. But I think it was around 2012 because I filed for divorce in 2010. 2011, I was with Tony in 2012. So it was around 2013 that I started letting my hair grow. So it's been about 10, 11 years. My hair was military short. They used the hair clippers and shaved the sides, the back, the bottom. And then they used a size 1, 1.5 to cut the top. But now, I know somebody said to me one time, you know, you're a bald ass. And I was like, wait a minute. I'm that way by choice. What about you? Because she had no hair. And to this day, she don't, because she can't grow hair. So don't throw stones at me, honey. I was happy with my hair because that's how I wanted it. I worked out every day. I jogged every day. But now, I love my hair long. And I love brushing it. They say brushing your hair grows. It grows better, faster, stronger. like the Bionic Man. Better, faster, and stronger. But anyways, guys, so I doubt I'll be doing any video tomorrow. I will try Friday or Saturday or Sunday. If not, then I will Monday. If you don't see me Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you'll see me Monday. So that way, you know, I have time to recuperate and rest. I'm sure I'm going to be in bed when I come home. Maybe, I don't know. I'm not a stay in bed kind of person. I mean, I'll be lazy in bed in the morning, wide awake, and just hem-hawing about getting up. But I get up, you know. I have an alarm at 8 and an alarm at 9:30. And that alarm at 9:30 says, if you ain't up, get up and test your blood. So, but that's it. I'm done with my hair for today. I don't think I'm flat ironing it either. I think it's fine. I try not to flat iron it, but once when I actually blow dry my hair. So anyways, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day and take care. And if I don't die in surgery, I'll see you again in a few days. Stay beautiful. Bye-bye.